Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors. Hey, it's a New Year rendition. Let's talk about it a little bit. Throughout the video, I'm going to show you some different things. This is the Spider Coyo Jumbo. Carried it today. I've been carrying it a lot, man. It's awesome. I carried my Medford today. Awesome knife. So throughout the video, I got knives sitting all around me. We're going to talk about some knives, but here's the deal. Before we get in to the crux of the video, we're going to start the video the same way we did last year, the same way we're going to do till we end the channel, and that is this. There was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives, and the stats are everywhere. This time of year, that's higher. The number that I am concerned with and focus on is zero, meaning anything above zero is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. That's all that means. You're welcome here. We back to blue over here. We support Leo all to the chagrin of many. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And when we do, because we accept responsibility. And finally, if you're an addict, never quit quitting. So here's the deal. First and foremost, Happy New Year. It's 2023. Welcome to the new year. It's 2023. I just want to take a minute real quick and say thank you to everybody, everyone, for this past year. 2022 in the life of this channel was an amazing year. I think we're at like 29,100 and something. We started this year a little bit over 2,000. So the swing to say, I think 27, 26 right now, I don't know the exact number, but to gain that many subscribers in 1 year is absolutely insane. Thank you for that. What I want to do with this video is I want to talk to you about the goals for this next year. Now, I had set a goal. It's a Nomad EDC. I carry it all day. I had set a goal for 30,000 by today. We missed it. Am I upset? Well, I'm not satisfied. We've gained 26, 27,000 in a year, and that's phenomenal. Phenomenal. There's nothing that we can take from that, because on June 23rd of 2022, we set a goal of 10,000 by June 23rd of 2023. That's kind of the life of the channel. June 23rd is our anniversary. So we blew past that, and then we said, hey, we're going to set a goal for 30,000 by January 1st. And at that time, that was very attainable. We were flying, we were sailing along, and then old Scabber does what old Scabber does so well. I sabotaged myself, and I want to talk to y'all a little bit about that, why the growth has slowed like it has. I have a video that has over 8 million views. Now, to have over 8 million views, you have to leave the knife community, and so there's a lot of trolls on that video. That video is also the reason I have as many subs as I do. But at that time, I was getting a lot of comments. I responded in kind, just not thinking. Some of it, 90% was being funny, talking shit back. The problem was that some asshole reported one of the comments, and of course, YouTube agreed with them and cited me for bullying online, even though that person was talking. But neither here nor there, I was wrong in that. So here's the deal. Let me tell you what that did. As soon as I got that notification, I went from gaining about 100 to 150 subs a day to, I think we're at 30 or 40 now. Still phenomenal. Love it. We're bringing folks in because we're putting in the work, right? We're putting out content daily. We're going to continue doing that, but because I did that, here's the other thing that one comment did for me. I started noticing on all of my videos where I was getting full ad revenue, a lot of my videos started getting limited, and I can review, and they can automatically, or they'll manually review them, but you have to go in and do that. And I've done that. Now I've started losing some of the reviews. So here's one goal for 2023. As far as trolls go, that's over. Now, it never bothered me. It was just me responding in kind. You know, at 51, I'm pretty set in my ways, but we got to change. We got to adapt. And honestly, I need to shut up. So one thing I do try to do is respond to every comment. I don't mean a lot of times via text, but I'll always heart and I'll always like a comment, right? And for those of you who comment frequently, I make sure that I respond to you, and I try to respond as much as I can. I think that's important. I think engagement is very, very important. And we're going to continue to do that. But what I'm going to start doing is just shutting up on the other. It doesn't matter. It's the internet. And I know that. That's the butt kicker. So lesson learned. So first goal for 2023 for Old Scabber, shut up. The next thing we're going to do, and we talked about this a little, and I'm going to ask you to do something that I don't normally ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to bear with me through this video, right? Because we're going to cover a lot of topics, and I need you, I really want this video to land. I really want it to hit. I really want to start this year off on a good note. And I want you to know my heart. I told y'all a couple weeks ago that my sister-in-law is joining our team, and by team I mean me, Megatron, and now Sarah Bell. And we're going to try to organize on the back end. What does that mean for you? Because that's what matters, right? I can tell you what I'm going to do, and you're like, who cares? Who gives a shit, Scab? What do we get? That's human nature. There's nothing wrong with that. What I want to do, guys, is as we've grown this year, and I told y'all, man, I was just slamming out content, because that was working. Right? And I enjoy doing it. And it's not just, I never put out content going, boy, I know they're waiting on Old Scab to post. I know better. But it keeps me honest. It keeps me occupied. It keeps me moving forward. I've gotten in better shape. Mentally, physically, emotionally. It helps, guys. So whether we gain another 2 million subscribers or 2, I'm still going to put out a lot of content, because as much as I enjoy doing it, it helps me. It really does. It really does. But we need to now organize. I'm getting more and more comments about, the price of knives. Now, I don't know that I'll ever discuss price of knife in the video. There's a couple reasons for that. One is I don't want to ever date the video. The other reason is this. There's a lot of times, guys, that I'll show a more expensive knife, right? I'll review a more expensive knife. And if you throw out a number pretty quick, people just shut you down and shut you off. Medford, it's an expensive knife, right? I'm blessed to have guys like JR send me stuff. I'm blessed to have companies send me stuff, and I'm going to discuss that in a minute. But what I do want to start doing is adding links, starting an affiliate links, starting all that. Remember I mentioned a while ago they were hitting me and limiting my ads. Guys, I don't bring in much off YouTube at all. Very, very little. And what I do bring in goes to shipping. It goes back into the channel. Well, that runs out fast. It really, really does. So if it wasn't for folks sending me knives and things like that, I'd be hard pressed to put out the amount of content that I put out. And what I want to do is I want to be more organized. I want to move more towards a brand. And that's what Sarah and Megan are going to help me do. We're going to get more organized. We're going to have merchandise. We're going to do branding. We're going to put some links in and try to provide a complete package to you. Content won't change, and I'm going to be who I am. Had somebody tell me not long ago, or say, and they said, Scab, I hope you don't change, or this doesn't change you. It's not going to change me because it didn't make me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that negatively. I just want you guys to understand whether I have this, if we stay here, or I go to 2 million subscribers, I'm still going to be Scab, right? I may not be able to always respond because I get hit up a lot, and that's fine. I enjoy it. This didn't make me. This ain't going to change me. But I do want to change for the positive. I do want to give you a better product. I want to give you a more organized product. I want to bring you knives that you may not see on another channel. And please understand this. If I'm showing expensive knives, it's not to throw it in your face. It's to give you a look at something, because we're going to give you a different look than you're going to see on any other channel. We're going to use the shit, and that's not a knock. It's not a slam. It's none of that. But that's what this channel's about. I can't do what others do. novice at best, knife acumen in there. I can't do that. I'm not set up to give you all the good shots. We're going to work on that. But we're always going to use and demonstrate knives because that's what works for us. It's what makes us unique in what we do. My great good looks and melodious tones simply add to that. And that's what we're going to do. We don't take shots at people. I mean, we take shots at trolls, but I don't take shots at other channels. I don't want to do that. There's nothing there. Negativity and all that shit, I'm over it, man. I got more scars on me from fighting other people's battles and getting into dumb shit than 90% of the population. That's a fact. So I don't want negative. So the goal for this year is to be more organized. The other goal is, and this is going to happen pretty rapidly, I'm going to start a Patreon, and I have fought with myself. I have lost sleep over it. It's something that I don't decide to do that lightly. I'll jump into a lot of things and we'll go a lot of directions. But I'm telling you right now, guys, that's one of the most difficult decisions that I've come to on here. Why? Because I'm a working man. I've been a working man since I've worked on the book since I was 15 years old. I've had a job since I was 13, but I worked on the book since I was 15. I understand what it is to go to work. I understand what it is to do hard work. I understand what it is to bust your ass. And I've always fought the thought of a Patreon or memberships because your money is what you earned and it's precious to you. And so for me to start something like that, and some of it's pride, to ask for help is pride, but to keep this going and to give you what I want to give you and to give you the kind of content that you deserve to get and I want you to get from this channel, we have to grow. I can't grow losing money. And that's what's happening now. And I'm not whining, I'm not complaining, I'm not bitching, it's none of that. It's where we're at as a channel. So I'm going to start a Patreon. And the reason I decided to do Patreon kind of over memberships is this. I don't want anything to divide. We will always do giveaways on here. I'll never address... Patreon we're going to do over there. And this is why I've decided to do it this way. If you can help this channel, and it's going to be a minimal charge per month. We'll do some extra stuff on Patreon. I'm still going to put out the amount of content I do over here. This is where I need you guys to help me. Because when I do these videos, but Scab, we'll watch it on. I appreciate those comments. I appreciate you riding with me. But when I ask you what I'm about to ask you, I need solid, real input. It helps me, right? Because here's the way I am. I'm a creature of habit, so I'll just keep bam. We'll do knife reviews the same way and all that. I need you guys in the comments to stay engaged with me. I need you to put, hey, Scab, I'd like to see a little more of this. Scab, I'd like to see you do a little more of this. I need you to give me some food for thought, some engagement on where you'd like to see us go with certain things. And if I can pull it off, I'll pull it off. I get a lot of comments, a lot of things. Hey, Scab, can you review this? And guys, listen. In the 2.5 years I've been on YouTube, I've not reached out to, well, I reached out to Lefty to review a knife when they put one out. But that's it. I don't ask anybody for any, I don't do any of that. Now, some of that's going to change. And the reason I haven't asked people for things is this. JR has kept me fed with knives, quality knives. And we're going to continue that because he's a good dude and he loves the channel. I can't tell you why. He's just an awesome guy. And I'm appreciative for that. But for me to give you more of what you want, I'm going to have to start reaching out to some of these knife companies. That's very uncomfortable for me. Asking some of you to join Patreon is very uncomfortable for me. It's ego. It's pride. I can do this on my own. Well, I could do that. But I can't take money out of my own house. It's not fair to Megatron. I can't give you what I want to give you the content wise if I don't say, hey, look, I'm asking you guys to partner with me and let's blow this bitch up. So that's the goal. Patreon's a goal. Getting organized is a goal. Cleaning up my own act in the comments, that's a goal. Some of you never see that because you don't talk shit. And some of that, at 51 years old, I just need to shut up. Point blank, period. Now, I know we run a little long. I need you to hang with me. So here's our goals. We've addressed the behavior, and Megatron helped me make some notes. That's the other thing. We're going to do the riding with scabs. We're going to do the all over the place. We're going to do the psycho stuff in the kitchen. But I wanted to get out to you today a clear and concise message. One of thanks. Thank you. We can't do this. You don't watch. I can't do shit. Thank you. 2, we missed our goal. We put in the work. Why did we miss our goal? Well, me being me. We're going to work on that. That's a goal. Now, as far as goals go, 30,000 is still the goal. 5-6 months ago, I'd be like, damn, man, we're 900 short. It's going to be... No. Now it's like, okay, February. Why? Because we're going to put in the work. We're going to put in some shorts. And I need feedback on them shorts, man. A lot of time with the shorts, they're not just for the subscriber base. They're to get us out there. So if you guys got some ideas, hey, Scab, this might work. Put them in the comments, man. While yes, this is my channel, there's really one person with true override powers. That's Megatron. But there's a couple people now who have say. Sarah, Megan, myself. I need input from you. This ain't a dictatorship. I need some input. Hey, Scab, I'd like to see a little more of this. Maybe it's cutting. Maybe it's more stats. Maybe it's things like that. Let me know, man. I'll do everything I can because I want to build this thing. I have a goal. I don't know that I've ever really verbalized this, but I set this goal last year that by the time I'm 55, which now will be 4 years from now, that I can do this full time. I don't care if we blow up huge this year. I still want to hold to that goal because I want to be smart with what we're doing. I'm not doing this to be rich. I'm not doing this to be famous. I'm doing this hopefully as a way that at 55, after a lifetime, because at 55, that'll be what, 35? No. Almost 40 years on the books. That at 55, I can still provide for my family. It'll still be work. It's still putting in the work. It's still putting in the grind. But we got to have a plan. So at 55, my plan is to walk away from my job, sandblasting and powder coating, and do this full time. But I can't do that if I don't do these simple steps. So that's the plan. Okay? So we're verbalizing that. The affiliate links. The other 2 things. I'll move through these quickly and then I want to get to my people. The other couple things that Sarah and Megan are going to help me on, or Megatron are going to help me on, are better descriptions. I talked to Jared from Neve's Knives the other night for an hour. That dude, man, shout out seriously to Jared. To give up an hour of your time with dude, thank you. Jared grinds. He puts in the work. Neve's Knives, if you're not subscribed, you need to. Shout out to him. They're also going to help with better descriptions and brand creation. We're going more of a brand, more of an organization. Again, it's not going to change who I am. I want to do merchandise. I want to do some t-shirts. I want to do some beanies. Shout out to Keith Carpenter for the beanie idea, and Keith's an awesome dude. I want to grow this thing, but I want it to be the same vibe we've always had, right? And I want us to get to a point where when we actually go to help somebody, we can help somebody. We can do something. We can have a voice, right? Can't do it without you. Closing. Work Tough Gear. Vic, brother, I love you. Thank you. Every designer with Work Tough Gear, thank you. You guys have provided and provided and provided and provided. Carnivora, Shade Indonesia, Don, Shaney, thank you. Thank you. Dude, thank you. Those 2 organizations, Andy from Rosecraft Blades and Rosecraft Blades and the designers, Swags, Hawkins, Chase, thank you for believing in me, for trusting me. I promise you this, I'm like a dog. Go Dogs. I'm like a dog with loyalty. You've been loyal to me. I'm going to be loyal to you. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for everything. Best Tech Knives. Thank you for sending me stuff. Strack HQ, Miss Claire, thank you. I don't think I've left anybody out. I think I've got everything here. Tops Knives, thank you for sending stuff for me to review, sending that. And again, that goes back to Eric Alder. Shout out to you. To each and every company who has sent me stuff to review, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for riding with me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you. I get on here all the time. I'm not the QVC, and I'm sure people that send me knives are like, thank you to everyone. The knife companies who send me stuff, and to each and every company that I just named: Work Tough Gear, Carnivora, Shade, Rosecraft, Best Tech, Tops, Bill Harsey. I just talked to Mr. Bill a couple weeks ago. I love that dude. Thank you, Bill, for the support. Strack HQ, DJ Horn, the guys in the industry who stand behind me, each and every one of you who are designers who have reached out to me, thank you. I talk to a lot of designers. Alpha Knives, they don't send me stuff to review. I do that through JR, but to Alpha Knives, thank you for the love. They've sent me a couple messages. Love your videos. Thank you. I want to grow this, and here's what I'm going to say in closing. Not only to the knife companies, not only to people like JR and Jacob Lamb, but to all the content creators. And Lord, I'm not going to start naming people because I'll forget people, and I do not want to do that. I have to name JR. Have to. I have to name someone like Jacob Lamb. Have to. I have to. We have a Winkler giveaway coming up. Yeah. A real Winkler. And I'm going to let Jacob Lamb handle that. He's bought the knife. They're making the knife. And as soon as it's made and we're getting close, I'm going to let him figure out how to do that. But I want everybody to listen to me. If you subscribe to me, if you rock with me, if you send me knives, if you give me support, if you give me love, I love you. I appreciate you. And listen to me very, very carefully. In 2023, Choir Boys Outdoors, we're going to go, we're going to help people, we're going to grow, we're going to blow up, and we're going to ride this ride, and we're taking over every single solitary damn thing. Because we can. Together. I'm Scab. Big shout out to Jason Dixon, dude. You'll hear about Jason coming up. But he just messaged me. I seen the message. Love you, Jason. Hell of a designer. Guy's got some stuff. I'm going to do a whole thing on him this week. Love y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. For Choir Boys Outdoors, Happy New Year. Let's grind. I'm gone, son.